Currently, there are 175 House Democrats calling for the impeachment of Donald Trump. This is growing, and Nancy Pelosi is expected to speak sometime today to announce the formal impeachment inquiry. This is much needed. This is long overdue. Donald Trump has been a lawless president. He was a lawless citizen using his, money to escape justice, have, NDAs being signed by porn stars and employees alike, frivolous lawsuits, extortion, robbery, threatening people. He was threatening Ukraine to get them to come up with some sham investigation of the Bidens. This is something that Trump does. His whole family is around the world right now are doing businesses, but all of a sudden he's saying Joe Biden would be electrocuted if, he would be electrocuted if he did what Joe Biden did, when his family is in fact, and it's actually his own personal business, going all around the world doing his cons. And even Trump Tower Moscow, our enemy. Ukraine is the victim. That's the people we're, supposed to be helping. But Trump sides with our enemies time and time again. And his propaganda channel has, a lot of Trump charges sounding like GRU agents. They protect Putin, protect Trump, and bash the United States, bash the Ukraine, tries to justify their invasion of Crimea, their use of intelligence officers, of information warfare, of the annexation of Crimea's, a lot of their businesses. That is socialism. And Trump tries to demand businesses in America do things. Like, he does not understand the concept. He does not understand policy, the actual things beyond politics. Politics is just a commercial. It's the policy, like Elizabeth Warren with all her policies. That's what you're actually going for, not, somebody just saying awful things because you don't understand things and you want people, who are smart to be infuriated. That's a lot of what empowers Trump targets. Like, well, I don't understand nothing. I ain't going to study nothing, but sure does make the scientists and the lawyers, all flip out, them arrogant people. No, they're talking about science and law. They're not telling you how to do your job. Like, you're the arrogant one, and it's also an inferiority complex and anger, and like you're only listening to nationalist propaganda because they probably, made you feel good about your pre-existing racism or something else. Like, there is sins attached to your ignorance. It's not just innocent ignorance, like a child not knowing anything. No, it was bad decision after bad decision, and now we're here. I told people in 2014 that, Trump was running picking pence because a coworker was talking to Anonymous and WikiLeaks online. She wanted to believe that the deep state and all this was after us, and it was all this BS that was obviously a Russian GRU campaign, and that's why the FBI told Trump not to do what he was doing, which was pushing WikiLeaks, pushing these Russian conspiracies to undermine democracy, try to, create long war, civil war. It's a division that is their primary goal. And that is also Trump's, as he was actually egging on for impeachment. Like, he is a divisive character. He likes to muddy the water, even though, his crimes are apparent, and the crimes he claims on other people are just lies he can use on stupid and hateful, really. And, like, Obama provided his birth certificate, even though that was no, basis in reality. It was just sad. And Trump still won't even produce his tax returns. And the Deutsche Bank loans are most likely have Russian co-signers. He protects the Saudis who have an entire floor of Trump Tower. He claims he saw Muslims celebrating on 9/11. He was in Trump Tower. And he was actually on the radio bragging about having the tallest tower again, wrongly, as the towers were falling. So if he saw the Muslims celebrating, he was in the 45th floor with his friends in the Saudi royal family who, dismembered a United States journalist, and our army is now protecting them because they have some oil. And this is the opposite of how he acted with the Ukraine against victims of dictators like Putin and Saudi royal family. Like, that's what democracy is. It's good people come together to go against the despots of this world, to not allow it to happen to us. But they want to use ignorance, hate, and confusion to make you want to kowtow to a guy who has painted himself orange and platinum and wears heels and just lies consistently about things that are measurable and facts, like crowd size. Like, he is a monster. And a malignant narcissist isn't really concerned with how America looks. He's concerned with how he looks. They are completely exclusive, and they actually counteract, and he will undermine our country time and time again for the benefit of himself and the exploitation of the stupid. Like, he does not care about morality. He does not care about anything like that. That's why he had Costa, who got Epstein off, as his Department of Labor say. And why he had pictures with Nadler and all that other stuff. He is a bad person. And the threat of Russia, that was something that I experienced by that coworker. It was they knew about the trans ban in 2016, was spreading deep state conspiracies about our city council, and wanted to have counter protests like in Charlottesville to somebody to counteract the bigots. And they were doing psych assessments and other things, and it was very it didn't seem like, it was hard to believe that it was real or the Republicans were behind it, but time and time again, they protect Trump. They call it a witch hunt. These are facts. This is something I experienced. This is something the FBI confirms from several other people, as well as, intelligence officers they monitored in Russia actively working against the United States and our people. And he has actually openly said, you cannot investigate my crimes while I'm president. And that is why he will continue to team up with our enemies to try to stay president. He is lawless. He will try to turn us into a banana republic using less than a third of our, most hateful and ignorant citizens. We outnumber them 2-1. We are, in the right. God is on our side. We will win. Stand up. Do not be afraid of, the ignorant and the godless. And most certainly, then the personification of that, Donald Trump.